As July continues, the energy shifts too, and this week is no exception. We finish it off with a beautiful new moon to begin again. How's that going to affect you? Stick around, everybody. It's time for the midweek reset. Let's get ready to tarot. Welcome, everybody. It's Jeff here at Raise Your Vibration TV, and that means it's time for your midweek reset tarot reading. And this is going to be for July 8th all the way to the July 14th. So welcome. Happy birthday to all you Cancers out there that are celebrating a birthday. Hope you are going to have a great one. I hope everyone is feeling good. I mean, we had a big weekend. And some of the energy is still rolling out for all of us, you know what I mean? So it takes a lot of energy to move through all of this, but we're doing it, and we're doing it with grace. At least allow yourself the grace for this week, okay? Which we're going to get to right now. This is when we do the cosmic weather. This is when I incorporate the astrology into our major tarot reading for all the signs. So, and this week is going to be something else. Am I glitching here? Or are we on delay? We're good? Okay, sorry. But we've got a lot to cover this week. And I want to be able to do this first. I want to be able to go ahead and clear our energy out. I've gotten a lot of good feedback about that, so why not clear the energy before we go ahead and start our readings? You know what I mean? I do it off camera, but a lot of you want to do it on camera, so let's do it. So as we start this cosmic weather for the 8th to the 14th, we're going to get our Palo Santo nice and warmed up, and because you got to get this baby burning in order for it to smoke properly. But we're going to clear our energy out. So it doesn't matter where you are. I just want you to pay attention and follow these little prompts that I give you. And I'm telling you, you will feel that. All right. So the flame. Relax. Take a slow, deep breath in and release. Perfect. Take another slow, deep breath in. Feel this energy surrounding you as you fill your lungs. Hold it and then release. Let all of that stuff come out. All of that. Let's do another deep breath in. And now release. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I love it. Let's go ahead and let's bless the table and our decks. We got the decks, we got the table, the cameras, all of it. Excellent. We got the reader. Of course, we got to get the reader. I'm just going to do a little blessing of the undercoating here. There we go. We're good. All right. Very good. It raises the vibration, especially here physically in the room for me. You know what I mean? And I hope that it does for you too. Allow that clearing to happen. All right. So we're starting this week off with a waning crescent phase. We're getting ready for this new moon on the 14th. So this week, we're going to have this phase. We're going to focus on this phase. And phase work, moon phase work, is very important to understand and to utilize. And yes, you can use it in your daily life. This is the whole reason why I'm bringing it up. I'm just not doing it for filler. I'm doing it because this stuff works. And when you find out that you are in a period of rest, gratitude, and preparing for the new beginning, you understand what to flow with. You know what I mean? Instead of fighting it. So we're going to be in this waning crescent phase all the way up until Monday. So it is a good time to get some rest. It is a good time to feel gratitude. I just had a crazy fun weekend for the 4th of July. And very grateful for that. Everybody that came out and had a good time and, overindulged just a little. But, I mean, what a weekend. I mean, Friday, went out, listened to our favorite band and had a blast and all of that. And I mean, wow. I mean, what a weekend. I mean, yeah, it's time to rest now. Like yesterday, and Sunday, actually, I was able to rest. Monday, yesterday I was able to rest, but I went ahead and posted a July Vibe Tribe tarot reading just for members. So if you want to become a member, all you got to do is join. Costs pennies. Costs about a cup of coffee. You know what I mean? But I did a July tarot reading for members only. I'm going to start doing that for the members, and so much more. So jump on this bandwagon now while the tiers kind of stay at a low price, because the rates will be going up. And, but I'm just adding more material and value. So, I'm kind of reflecting about this weekend specifically, and how, that hair just wants to fly up. Got the fan going ultra fast, hyperbaric speed. But yes, so we are in this rest. Let's get some rest. Sometimes the summer is just time to relax. Like last night, I gave myself some grace and actually sat down and read one of the books the piles of books that I buy, and just kind of glance through. I don't really get to read because I'm always on the go. And I learned a valuable lesson Sunday and Monday, was that people that feel guilty for doing rest, for taking rest, for not being productive, there's a belief there that you're only valuable when you're doing something. And man, did that hit. But it hit in a way that said, yeah, that's right. I equate my value to if I'm busting my ass or not. And if I'm not, I feel like I'm not worthy. You know what I'm saying? That's a fucking problem, especially with all the work that I do. And it's not true at all. The reality of it is that what I do has value. But I'm no good to myself if I'm going to sit there and try to just do nothing. And it's not like I'm doing nothing for 3 hours. You know what I mean? Maybe 2 tops. But doing nothing to me is sitting still, not writing a to-do list, not working on my computer, not working on my phone, not, doing all of that, but getting back to the basics of me sitting in the grass reading, eating some strawberries and blueberries. You know what I mean? Sitting there like I did when I was a child. I sat and read. I had summer reading lists, again, keeping busy, the whole thing of value. And I think I learned that this weekend to share it with you, especially for this week, is that you have a right to rest. It's absolutely fucking mandatory. It's non-negotiable. And I think that's what creates a lot of problems, especially with hyper motivated. I don't want to say hyper motivated, because if I was hyper motivated, it'd show, but it's just hyper kind of just got to produce, make, do more, readings. I mean, it's just a constant feeding that machine. And I'm missing the point of all of it. You know what I mean? Sunday and Monday, I learned a valuable lesson. I read that and it hit hard. And I thought, yeah, you know what? At the end of the day, it's not going to matter how many dragons you chase. You know what I mean? So I don't know. And I hope that kind of helps you too, because if you're one of those people like me that constantly has to be doing something and can't rest because you have put value into doing, and sometimes doing is nothing. And it's okay. I'm not talking about bed rotting. I'm not talking about that. That's a new trend. I fucking hate that word. Again, here it comes up, that Leo, gotta move, gotta do it. So this week, what I'm telling you is get some rest, get some, feel grateful for being able to rest. Remember, there are some people that didn't wake up today. Think about that. There are people that thought they were going to have more time, and they didn't. So it is important for you to understand this week how important it is for you to rest in ways that you can. Now, don't try to fuck with this, because that's what I would do too. Well, I'm reading, but you're reading for your business. You know what I mean? Like, Jeff, read for pleasure. When was the last time you picked up one of your fantasy books that you read and you just don't read them because you're too busy researching and studying? And, sometimes you just got to take a break from that. And I hope that you understand that. Value yourself, to give yourself the time to do nothing. Quiet contemplation is the key to your spirituality. And I bet you 98% of you are missing the boat on that. Okay? So let me know in the comments, because it's not a coincidence that I'm here sharing that with you now, because it's basically the theme for this week. All right? So on the 9th, Venus, the planet of love, is moving into Virgo. Okay, so we're moving out of Leo passion. Those levels have been turned up. I don't know. I'm a Leo, so zip. But I've been thinking about relationships a lot and where this would fit into my life, something I have not done before. So maybe you have been doing that also, fellow Leos, kings and queens. But now Venus kind of looks at love practically now. Now the veil kind of lifts. And speaking of the veil, we today, as of Tuesday, Neptune has gone retrograde. So the veil does kind of lift in a way. How is that lifting for you? Like for me, because my moon is in Pisces, so I feel that. I had a great time with my mother yesterday, which my Neptune is, my moon is conjunct my North Node. So that says a lot about the mother dynamic. But, with Neptune going retrograde, it kind of lifted the veil on some things, We cleared the air. In fact, we had the most jovial time. This is taking her to her cancer treatments, which she's fine. And it's basically non-existent, but we still go for checkups and things like that. But, usually it was a pretty grim time, to take her to these appointments. And yesterday we just had a good time. And I believe that Neptune retrograde has a little bit to do with that, kind of lifting the veil on all that stuff. And and then that could be happening in your life too. What's lifting? The fog is lifting. That's the way I look at it. The fog is clearing. Because fog can be illusionary. Did you ever wake up in the morning and it's like, oh my God, it's so dark and dreary. And then you walk out and then you look at the weather report and you're like, wait, sunny skies by noon. What the fuck is going on here? How is this even possible? And if you look up at the sky, you can see the blue sky, but that fog needs to be burned away by the sun's light. And I think this is a perfect metaphor for that. So allow yourself for some things to be, the veil kind of dissolves in front of you. You know what I mean? For this week, you might find a lot of things incorporating that kind of energy. All right. And then this weekend, the moon is in Gemini this whole weekend. So Geminis, be aware, hyper aware, I'm sure. But on the 13th, we have Venus squaring Uranus. Now, this can be pretty volatile energy. Again, it's activating that Gemini energy also. So I get it could be ramping up for that. But with Venus and Virgo, we're more practical about love. Okay. So I've been thinking about it the whole time Venus has been in July about relationships. And now I'm thinking the practicality of it. You know what? Probably not a good idea. Is it practical? Do I have time to fit that in there? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? Again, the week is getting some rest and letting some things go so we can get ready for this new moon. Now, the new moon is on the 14th, and this is in the sign of Cancer again. So this is an emotional moon. Cancers are going to feel it more than anything, so be aware of that. But this is a time to kind of set forth on new beginnings. You can set your intentions. There is potential in the new moon, and we don't want to do it right on the date of the new moon. I've told you this before, but I want to say it to the new people that are with us, is that the new moon, after a few days, that's when we go ahead and manifest. And you know it's time to set your intentions when you look outside and you see the small fingernail crescent of the moon. They call that Diana's bow, and that is the excellent time to go ahead and set those intentions. So again, we're looking at our universal seed bank for this month and going, what can we add to this month's energy? How can I release some emotions? How can I open up to some emotions? You know what I mean? That's dealing with some past stuff with family and all of that. That's another thing that this new moon ties into family, especially the mother, you know, that kind of thing. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go through each of the signs and let you know exactly where this new moon is going to be influencing. Also, I'm launching as of today the new moon guide for this new moon in Cancer. It's available now. Link is in the description. Go ahead and download that. That's free. Again, I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to be offering little compendiums and all of that to these moon cycles, because the plan is to start a whole moon phase course where you are in this every week. We go through it every week. I kind of want to take it as one of these astrologers did in the 90s. But I'm going to leave that for another time. I want to get to the new moon. So let's do it with Aries. Aries, this new moon is happening in your 4th house, and it's in the sign of Cancer. So this is all about home, family, security. What could you establish? Maybe you're actually looking for a new home. You could find one. Taking care of things in the home. Maybe you're working too much, so you got to find that work-home balance. There's going to be that for you and Libra as well. But this new moon is giving you an opportunity for something at home via projects at home, getting some things done, actually purchasing a home, looking for a new home. So if you're thinking about doing that, this is the time to do it. All right. Taurus, this is happening in your 3rd house. This is all about communicating effectively. Are you letting people know how you feel inside? And I've been saying that a lot. Say the thing, do the thing, be the thing. But communication is so there's a new line of communication opening up for you. This could also be some small travel going on for you as well. Your siblings may come into focus at this time. All right. So Taurus, it's all about communicating for you in this new moon. Gemini, this is happening in your 2nd house. This is a new opportunity to give yourself some new set of values, how you feel about things. This could be a raise coming into opening up to a new job. The 2nd house does have to do with finances, value of those things, but also value to yourself, a very important aspect of that. All right, so open up to the money, honey. Okay, Cancer, this is in your 1st house. This is all about treating yourself to some self-love, to release any emotions that no longer serve you or weighing you down. And it's also your relationship with yourself and a reflection of what it is to other people. So put yourself first on the list. That does not make you selfish. It gives you a new opportunity to do something for you. Get your hair did, get your nails done, that kind of thing. Retail therapy. Take the mask off you've been wearing to other people and be raw and real. Okay? Leo, this is happening in your 12th house. So, for us Leos, we're getting rid of emotional patterns that no longer serve us. Okay? We're getting rid of triggers that cause emotional outbursts or these overwhelming feelings and these patterns that run in the subconscious. We're going to be giving us a new opportunity to set the stage for new affirmations. And it's really weird because yesterday I was writing affirmations like crazy, you know. Of course, when I go read, just in case, I take a pen and a pad with me in case I get inspired or want to, or, you know, again, affirmations just kind of flow through me. And it was really profound, some of the things that I wrote yesterday. So again, change those patterns, write them down, recite them. Positive reinforcement helps quell and get rid of the negative energy that we carry around with us. So emotional issues definitely need to be taken care of. Virgo, this is happening in your 11th house of hopes, dreams, and wishes. So plant those seeds of what you want to do, what you want to accomplish as we get close to your season, closer and closer to your season. But this is an excellent time to establish new relationships, open up to your own vibe tribe, very, very indicative there. Now, Libra, this is happening in your 10th house of career. This could be a new job. This could be aspiring to do something different. This could be a raise. It's the spotlight on you and what you do and what you give to the world. And you could be thinking about that a lot. What new way can you work that in? Okay. Also, a balance between work and home, so be aware of that. Scorpio, this is happening in your 9th house. Could be doing some traveling. Could be doing a lot of soul searching at this time. Meditation, ways to, again, kind of like Leo's energy, is getting rid of those negative triggers that trigger you. I think that's the word for you fixed signs: Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, Aquarius. Let's get rid of the triggers. Let's open up to a new way of thinking, a new way of life. It could be becoming very religious, very spiritual at this time. Perfect for you, okay? Adding more spirituality to you, Scorpio. Sagittarius, this is happening in your 8th house. It's time to heal. This is a great time for rest and relaxation. Jupiter can, again, your sign is in Leo now. And it is your sign. Your ruler is in Leo now. And it makes everything big, So let's take this time to give ourselves some grace, to heal, to kind of take care of finances and all of that. Opening yourself up to new ways of taking care of you and healing, especially healing. All right, Capricorn, this is happening in your 7th house of relationships. So you get a new opportunity here to reestablish some relationships. Old ones may be coming back, so be careful. But also this is a reflection of, well, what am I receiving? What am I giving? What kind of relationships am I establishing? Partnerships of all that, okay? Aquarius, this is happening in your 6th house of daily routine. This is you trimming the fat out of your daily routine. Stop doom scrolling all day. Catch yourself doing that a lot. Wasting your time kind of daydreaming, drifting off. No, it's time to get down to work. It's time to really go for a walk, get outside, get in nature, move, Aquarius. You need to move. You're the water bearer. You're pouring water. Water needs to flow. Even though you're an air sign, it's all about flow with you. And you need to be in it instead of out of it. Okay? And Pisces, this is happening in your 5th house of new opportunities to bring you joy. This could be new opportunities in love, romance, all the things that make summer such a wonderful fucking time of the year. You know what I mean? And you can really, really open up to some new emotions. Caring for children also becomes kind of key into that. But really putting your emotions into what you do. Okay? Being very passionate about it. All right, so that is going to do it for the signs for the new moon. Again, download your free new moon in Cancer guide. For you, it's about 4 or 5 pages, and it's free, FREE, free. So remember that. And with that being said, again, thank you, universe, for everyone and everything in my life. Thank you for the breath that I take. Thank you for where I am in this moment. Thank you for where I've been. Thank you for where I'm going. Thank you for the abundance that flows into my life. I allow myself more love and healing. That kind of thing you can tell yourself. Tell the universe how much you love living in it and appreciate it. And the universe cannot give you what you desire unless you say, hey, thank you. Just saying thank you opens up. And then when you open up, you become a magnetic force and you pull in that like energy. more things to be thankful for. Gratitude is key this week. And if you have a hard time figuring out what you're grateful for, you're missing the fucking plot. Okay? And if you're that lost, contact me. We can do a reading together. Okay? I'll set you straight. I guarantee that. If it's one thing I can do is at least set you straight, at least put you back on true north. All right, everybody. Wow, that's a long-winded cosmic weather, but there are some valuable things there that you can help adjust for you this week. I'm sure you're feeling it. You know, we're kind of all hungover from the weekend in some kind of form, energetically, physically, mentally, whatever. Now is the time to kind of relax, become practical, open ourselves up to new beginnings. All right. So that's going to do it for the cosmic weather. That's going to do it for the cosmic weather. And I love you all. Let's start our tarot readings. Get ready. Thank God there's timestamps below. And let's start with Aries.